really goes.
Hi, y'all. Good morning. We got things to talk about. Hurry up and come up before I choke. Come on in.
She's eating grapes.
You don't have to tell them what I'm doing.
Show them the grapes. Pick up the grapes. Show them the grapes. Those are good-looking grapes. Good-looking grapes.
Grapes are good for you.
Breakfast time.
Breakfast time. Where's your bed out? I know you ain't always still in the bed. Some of you probably snowed in. But get up.
Wake up, people.
Where's Uncle Al? He's always the first one to show up.
Uncle Al's in California. It's like 3 in the morning.
He's still awake. He never sleeps.
I think 3 in the morning. It's what time here?
Well,
How is it here?
it's what time it is? We have no kids. We don't know what to do with ourselves. It's 11 o'clock here.
About at 7 o'clock over there. Somewhere around there. Early.
Everybody got enough of us last night.
Yeah, they probably did. Which we'll keep doing this because we have things we got to talk about. And we'll just run this as a video. Even
Hey, there's 3 people here. What are you doing?
There's Vernon Daniels.
Vernon. Hi, Vern.
And there's Mr. Richard.
Pro Carry
What's
Richard
up?
Trucker. Pro Carry Richard Trucker. You're a Richard Trucker. We've been crazy because we got no kids.
I got this one. Yeah, we don't have, for one of the few times in our life, we only have one child.
And she's asleep.
And
So y'all get us.
yeah.
What are y'all doing? Well, we're doing nothing but eating grapes and having coffee.
Yep, we're having coffee and eating grapes, or she's eating grapes. I'm having coffee. Notice how she gets the majority of the screen.
Why would I
and
not?
then I get over here in Fatville in the
Trying to cut him off and make him smaller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We just have nothing to do. We done chased the dogs, fed the chickens.
Yeah, we got our exercise this morning. Vernon says that's insane. Yeah, we got our exercise this
We
morning.
done lost one.
Where you at, Pro Carry? Did you leave or are you still around? Or did we love you?
Do we love you?
Leave you.
We lost somebody.
I'm asleep still. So.
Now they're back.
What do you want to chat about?
Y'all look what I got. Whoa. Look what I got. Let me show you what this is. I'm very excited
We're
about
going to catch somebody. No, this is a pervert. We're going to catch a pervert. We've got a pervert trap. I'm not a pervert. And you can't build a trap big enough to catch
Look at
me.
this. This is my nanny cam. Look how small it is. There's the whole camera right there. Twice as much love. That's true.
Heading to Winston-Salem.
Anyway, this is my camera. It was not very much. It's like $20 online at Amazon. And you put a little SD card in it. And then you put it anywhere you want. And you catch perverts.
I'm not the pervert.
He's not the pervert.
Now,
But I do know one. I think.
I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen Tina's mother. Have you got a picture of your mother?
Yeah, but I can't show it. She won't allow it.
Okay. She's
Beautiful.
yeah, she is. She's 70 what?
78.
78. She looks maybe 50, but the thing is she's an extremely pretty woman.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. I mean she's just
She's pretty.
very pretty.
Anyhow,
And
she lives in an elderly community.
Mm-hmm.
And someone has been coming by her door in the middle of the night, ringing her doorbell, like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, almost nightly.
Oh.
I have put a motion detector over there, but that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. So I got this little camera I'm going to take over there and I'm going to hide it out in the hallway. And I'm going to catch whoever this pervert is. And then God help him when I find out who it is.
Agreed.
God help him.
Well,
That's my mama. Hey, Deb.
she's seen a lot of people, like stalking on Carol. You know what I mean? A lot of men, like they can't stop looking at her and stuff.
Because she's pretty.
But I mean, she's 71.
78. She'll be 78 in July.
She's almost 80 years old. I mean,
Look at
she ain't
shaking that
interested.
camera.
She ain't interested in going on a date. She ain't interested.
She
in
just wants to be left alone.
She wants to be left alone, and we're gonna help her to be, to take care of that.
I think
Whoever's
I know
messing with her,
if it's who I think it is. I know where he lives.
Yeah,
and he lives in the same complex, and he has a woman, but the woman works third shift. And if it's him, and I already don't like him, it's on.
Yeah,
y'all may see me from prison bars.
So anyway, Tina's got her handy dandy little handy cam. Looks like Polaroid. Remember the Polaroid commercials? Well, where we at? With the Polaroid cameras with a little rainbow stripe.
You almost can't get any smaller than that. I mean, you can get them in a neat pen, and I may do that too.
Yeah, but for $20,
$20, you can't beat this. All you gotta do is buy an SD card. It comes with all the little gadgets.
We got SD cards.
The cord and the little stuff to hang it up with and snap it in places. All for $20. I'm just gonna see what I can see. Yeah, that's right, Sickum Tina. I mean, mess with my mama.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's one thing you don't want to do. Mess with my grandkids, my kids. Mess with me.
It's on like donkey.
You want to mess with somebody? Mess with me. Mess with Frank. He's a big boy.
Don't mess with
Don't mess with my mama and my kids and my grandbabies.
If anybody mess with me, I'm telling you.
Or my dogs or my cats or my chickens. Or my friends.
You know what's the funniest thing? This is the funniest thing. Tina cussed me like an absolute dog for doing the least little bitty things all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get in trouble.
I
get in trouble. Richard's been around us. He knows. He's come over here and visited us. He knows Tina gets on my case. She'll straighten me out about that quick. But you know what the funny thing is? I don't make no bones about who's boss around here. I don't. We know who. The kids know who's the kids. No. I'll do something, and the kids will say, "I'm telling Nana on you."
They know,
and they'll go and tell on me, and then I'll get in trouble. But the crazy thing is, there's been very few times somebody has said something about me or to me derogatory. My goodness,
yeah,
this one right here come unglued on you.
I told my old mama. Now, see, I'm like this about each one of them back and forth. I told my mama, as much as I her, she was saying something about Frank, and I said, "Yeah, but I can talk about Frank. You can't talk about Frank." That's the way this goes. Now, I can talk about you. Maybe Frank can't talk about you.
No, Frank.
I can talk about the kids, but y'all can't talk about the kids.
Yeah, Carol's a sweet person, but she's very
any idiot, any lowlife who will go out in the middle of the night, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and ring an elderly lady's doorbell. I mean, you got problems.
And so the issue with me and Tina's mom ain't got nothing to do with it. I've done anything wrong or whatever.
You're going way too far.
Oh, I am, but Carol's a Democrat, and I'm not. And we got that little issue going on. So we try to not say anything about politics around Carol, but Carol still gets mad because she knows how we feel.
Whoever you are, and I know he's not watching our channel, but you can wait.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Al. She said just a minute ago. I said, ain't nobody going to be on here this morning.
I said, Uncle Al will be the first one on here.
You watch back the video. I said, man, Uncle Al ain't up yet. It's early in the morning over there.
And I said, Uncle Al's awake 24 hours a day. He'll be here.
Well, he knew we were going to do it because he's a time traveler.
No, I already knew we did it.
Yeah. If y'all didn't know, Uncle Al is
it's happened more than one time.
Traveler.
It's several times. Like every 3 or 4 nights. And I told my mama what I would do is come over and spend the night because she has a peephole in the door. And as soon, I wake up easy. I sleep right there at the back door. And when it rings, I'll jump up and go out there and beat him to death with his own hand.
Yeah, maybe
she didn't like that idea.
Vernon says, oops.
Yeah, she didn't like that idea at all. But I will catch him. And I may show the video on here when I catch him. Hopefully when I catch him, it'll be on here. And I'll show it to y'all.
Yeah, I'll videotape it. We'll have a live beatdown.
It'll be bad.
Yeah, because she'll beat
It
him
will
up.
be bad. I may be old and I may be frail, but I will beat that man within an inch of his life. I tell you how to do it too. Don't matter how old you are. This is how you beat the hell out of somebody.
Dang, this is morning.
No matter
show.
how old you are. Put a can of soup in a sock, one of them long socks, and whisk that baby around and then bop them upside the head and then just proceed to beat the hell out of them with it.
See,
I will,
she's the
Vernon.
boss.
I'm telling you, if I can't whoop you with my hands, I can whoop you with a can of soup.
I guarantee you. Yeah, I've never been whipped with a can of soup. I've been threatened. You know. I mean,
That poor man don't know what he's got coming.
No, he don't. He has
Poor
no
man's
clue.
ass.
You know, he has no clue because she'll ring his doorbell and smile
Yeah.
real big when he looks in there like he's going to think he's won the lottery. And the minute he opens the door, she'll smile at him and crack him right in the face
Oh,
like
yeah.
a can of soup.
I will.
And then commence to beating the crap out of
I
him.
know you can
guarantee
have
she will.
computers in jail because I've seen it too many times on TV. I'll get me a computer and I'll do a live stream in jail.
Vernon says 2 bars of soap and a sock. Yeah,
Exactly.
that'll do it.
Soap, can of soup.
Tell you what, I've heard.
Well, we did one last night, Deb. And that was pretty late.
We did, and I know everybody thinks, well, Frank and Tina ain't done a live in what, forever in a day, and then all of a sudden they do 3 of them
Because
back
we
to
don't have
back.
any kids. We don't
Well,
know what to do with
The
ourselves.
reason that is we got on our live last night, and we don't have any. Yeah, Bean and Tatey are gone, and Tatey is work. I mean, I'm talking about the 2-year-old, the 20-month-old. She is 100 times more work than any other child I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
She's wide open.
That kid, you know, most kids are like wired 120. She's wired 480. I mean, I'm serious. This kid is wide open, and she's the sweetest, kindest thing. We got this lady behind us that lives behind us, and she's sick, and she's real old, and she's sick, and you know, Patty can't talk real good. And
Patty can talk great.
She talk pretty good, but she'll look at the window and she'll say, "Woman, Frank," and she said, "Her sick," and she'll say, "Her car."
Look, Vernon knows too much. See, he knows too much because he said the soup cannot tear the sock. So you know.
What did he say?
He said the soup will tear the sock, but the
Yeah,
soap won't.
she had enough coffee, Uncle Al.
Vernon done been throwing some socks around sometime.
Well, you leaving there, Richard?
He's going to drive.
He's going to drive. Hey, man, them models are looking good, man. You're doing good with them models. If y'all ain't been to Pro Carry Trucker for a while, check his stuff out because he's been building these model trucks and stuff
See,
on
man,
model
you like
cars.
this, Vernon.
And
We know.
man, he's doing a great job. He really is. I enjoy watching his channel.
I'm coming to your house, Uncle Al. We had eggs and sausage, and now I'm having grapes. We're on a somewhat of a diet. Not really a diet. I'm not even going to call it that. We're trying to eat healthier. So Thursdays and Fridays, we're doing our best to juice. Doesn't work all the time. But I did it. The first week that I did it,
Juice fast Thursday and
I
Friday.
was so sick. So I try to juice as much as I can and then have a little bit of something to eat. But we're trying to eat more fruit, healthier, cut out the salt,
Well,
and sodium. I have to get rid of that.
I know you didn't want to tell everybody, but you want to tell everybody? I kind of throw it out there.
Okay. So
But
this
everybody, I mean, we need some prayers if y'all don't mind.
we need some
We
prayers.
really do.
Frank needs prayers to put up with me. And I need prayers because in April, I go back to the doctor because I've been going to the doctor for a long time. And they're trying to find out what's wrong with me.
She's had something wrong for years, and we ain't been able to figure out what it was.
Well,
And I mean, we went to. I know some of y'all been through that. Where you
he's
go
taking the time.
to every doctor on the planet, and you try to figure out what's going on because you know something's going on, and half of them tell you, you know, you're just an idiot. Go home, and you know, if you fall over dead, come back and see us.
Well, I almost
Yeah.
fell over dead.
Yeah, she almost fell over
Anyway,
dead 3 or
let
4
me
times.
tell it. So anyway, in April, I'm going back because they did all these tests. Long story short, they did a ration of tests. I knew I had some liver issues. I didn't know what they were. I knew it myself. Doctors didn't know it. But anyway, now we know that I probably have cirrhosis, But we go back in April to find out how this has progressed along. And
she's at least stage 3?
2.
Stage 2.
At least.
Disease.
They don't know because they just found out, when they did all the blood work and sonograms and CT scans and all this stuff they did. So anyway, I've been pretty sick on and off. I'm on this antibiotic that was $2,000 something. That God knows. It ought to do something because it makes you sick.
Yeah, it's $2,000 and it's making her real sick.
Yeah, today's a good day. I ain't took it yet though.
So she's been going through a real hard time with all this, and then watching the baby too. So I mean, it's been a whole lot that's been going on. And this is the crazy thing about me and Tina. I go to the doctor. I'm 400 pounder, and the doctor tells me he does it every time. He'll say, You're not, you can't be in good shape at your weight. You have to lose all this weight because you're in bad shape. And then he'll do all these tests on me and he'll say, man, you have the lowest cholesterol of any patient I've got. You've got the, great heart rate, great oxygen level, and I'm breathing like crazy. I don't see how it's working. And then he'll turn around and tell me my A1C is the lowest of most of his, it's not scary low, but it's low. It's normal. And I don't see how I'm healthy as a dang horse, and she ain't. I don't understand that. I really don't get that because she looks like she's a whole lot more healthy than me. But
my problem is I have fatty liver, and I've had it for years. Thank you, Uncle Al. And didn't know it, but I started having a lot of pain in my liver, and I started being sick. And a lot of things I ate started making me sick. So then they started this rash of tests over months. And so I knew I had the fatty liver. Didn't know how bad it was. Obviously, it was worse than I thought, which is the fatty liver is why they're monitoring for cirrhosis now. So
it's probably early enough we can catch it and turn this thing around.
So.
It more than likely is. So
that'd be great.
So we're going to pray and we're going to believe everything's going to work out good. And plus, Tina's a positive person. She's always, honestly, I know people think that we're either smoking pot or we're drunk.
Maybe I should smoke pot.
We don't drink. We really don't drink at all. We joke around about it. We joke around about moonshine.
I got Jesus in my life. That's what
only time I drink
about.
moonshine is when I'm sick. Tina don't drink it at all.
No.
But I do partake in some if I've got first thing I do when I get COVID or I got the flu. What do?
Drink liquor.
First thing I do is drink moonshine because I'm telling you that's the best medicine for it. And she don't believe that, so she don't drink.
Well, I used to be an alcoholic, so I don't believe in it.
Yeah, but that's been 15 years ago.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't want to drink now.
She's been completely quit drinking for 15 years.
Well,
so I don't think that had anything to do with your liver.
No, I don't think I drink enough to hurt my liver. But I sure did eat enough. I'll tell you what. His fatty liver, it's all me. I ate all that crap. I ate everything that was bad for me my whole life.
Then she got married to me, and then she really.
And then I really started ballooning up.
Yeah, Tina was absolutely. What'd you weigh when we met?
135. Now I weigh 180.
Yeah.
Oh, him.
Yeah, and it was the crazy thing because I was pastoring a church right before me and Tina met, and I had I was on Facebook back then. We quit Facebook, by the way. But the funny thing was, right before we met, we met on MySpace, and
shows how old we are.
And I was on Facebook, and I was on MySpace, and when me and her started dating, I started putting pictures of me and her on there, and about half the Christian people in my church started sending me nasty messages saying, "You're over there dating that young girl. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Can't you see she's clearly out of your league? What are you doing to get that good-looking girl? What have you done? You've done something wrong." Well, the bottom line was I was broke as a convict, playing in a rock band, traveling around the country, because I started playing in a rock band, traveling around right after I stopped pastoring the church. And it wasn't that I backslid or nothing. Believe it or not, that's the way God sent me to go, which sounds crazy, but it was. I never did really drink when I was playing. I was just making a living because it was during the Obama part and everybody was broke. So it was a job. And, but anyway, they started saying that and they didn't realize she's, you 3 years older than me?
I'm 54. How old are you?
I'm 51.
God, you're old.
So she's 3 years older
Yes,
than me.
please hit the like button. Thank you, Uncle Al. He's always so good about telling people that. Yeah, because we need it. We need money.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, let me tell you what Gears and Guns got on here last night. We were talking about America and how great America is. And he donated $17.76 to the Fat Cause. And I mean, we appreciated that, but they didn't have to do that. We don't expect nobody to
No, that was
nothing
totally
like that,
unexpected.
man. That was just that was awesome though. He's an awesome channel though, Gears and Guns. If y'all don't know him, he's got a great channel. Great guy too. He's up in Pittsburgh driving a truck. But anyway, I tell you what, we got a few things we were wanting to talk about that's going on in the world today. There's all
I missed out on it, so I don't know.
What?
I don't know what we were going to talk about.
Well,
okay, Bushcraft. Hello.
Hey, man, what's going on?
He just said hi.
You turn it in. Okay, I was you can't see when you turn 40. All of a sudden, your arms ain't long enough. You can't see stuff. So we've got to.
That's why I have two pairs of glasses.
I got to go close, and I got to go back, and I got to go close to be able to see something. And a lot of times I'll still see it, and I'll say, "Did I just read what I think I read?"
Sometimes
and then I'll read it, and it's something completely different. So, but
hey, put the link up there if you know what's coming.
Yeah, heck yeah. I didn't know what you're talking about for a minute there. I can do that.
And he's old and senile too.
Yeah, I have not seen the now.
I
would like to see the now.
I'd like to see the now.
There we go. Well, it didn't work.
He's putting up the link in case anybody wants to jump up and talk with us. Because we can get out there.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm trying to figure this out.
He's old and senile. Takes him a while.
All right, now. Here we go. There we go. There's the link. If anybody wants to come up and talk to us, we'd love to talk to you. But we got a few things.
Quit shaking the table.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm shaking the table. We got a few things we were going to.
What were we going to talk about?
What were we going to talk about? What were you going to talk about? Things that's going on.
I don't know what's going on
in the world today.
I don't know.
We started talking about it last night, but we never got through with it. About that boy that's called a cat.
I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about that?
No.
Okay.
Bernie says there's a lot of folks that's in denial here. There's a lot of people that's in the denial here.
Man, you know what? I guess I am in denial because seriously, I used funny joke God played on me. This is funny. You wouldn't believe it, but I'm probably the most conceited human being God's ever made.
Would you not believe it?
I think I'm very pretty.
Oh man, y'all have no idea how much he loves himself.
I mean, I'm serious.
I'll
walk up to like when she'll ask you. She used to bet me when I played in the bar. She'd say, "Hey, bet you can't get that girl to go out with you." I said, "I bet you I can." She said, "I bet you can't." And I would walk up to the best looking girl in the bar and go, "Hey, what's up? I'm Frank. You like fat guys?"
Wendy.
And it was horrible because I think I'm in denial. I seriously am because I constantly think that I look, 3 more setups, I'm going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
we knew that would get your attention.
Anyway, that's a mess. Yeah, we did that. We shouldn't have done that.
I was like, Sunday morning chat with coffee. And he was like, tell him, get the F up. I was like, how about a happy in between there?
Yeah, that's kind of bad, ain't it? That's kind of bad, ain't it? But we ain't got no kids, and we won't talk. Y'all are all we got. Y'all are all we got. Y'all are seriously all we got. We ain't got no.
Quit using improper English. Ain't got no. We're just close to Alabama, not absolutely from Alabama.
We don't have any.
You don't have any children, darling.
Hold on, I'll stick my pinky out.
Oh, you're so sweet. Bless your little heart. I love you. Bottom of my beating heart.
Oh, Wendy's awesome.
She is awesome.
She is. She's
It's
a
sweet.
wonderful.
It
human
worked,
being.
did it? Good. That's what we were trying to do. The kids are with their mom and daddy.
Yep, they're there with them.
And Kaylee's in the bed asleep, but Baby and Dean spent the night with their mom and daddy. So we don't know what to do with ourselves with our
Yeah,
kids.
because we're used to running around chasing the children, and anyway, it's kind of
Weird.
It's kind of weird. We usually don't have. I mean,
I'm the hoot.
this is gonna sound awful. This is gonna sound awful, but seriously, we wake up in the morning. This is our routine every morning. Tatey, the little baby, comes in there and goes, "Faint, coffee. Faint, coffee." She's 20 months old.
Hey, Brian.
So I have to get
Dad?
up and make coffee. Hey, Brian, I have to get up and make coffee because the baby tells me to make coffee. And the reason she wants me to make coffee is because her Hulk drinks coffee. She thinks her Hulk
has a
drinks
Hulk.
coffee. It's a little Hulk doll, and she wants him to drink coffee. So I have to get up in the morning and make coffee. While I'm doing that, Tina's running around wide open
I
getting the
tell
kids
you,
ready
Deb,
for
I don't like empty
school.
nesting. I don't like it at all. When my
And
kids
we got a lot
left
going on.
home, I didn't like it at all. I like a full house. It may drive me insane and all that. Hey, Frontier Survival, but
Hey, what's
I
going on,
like a
Frontier
full
Survival?
house. I really do. Walsh
There's Tony
Family
Walsh.
Farm. Hi, sorry. Walsh's Homestead Adventures. I'm still.
Yeah, we were adventures, and then COVID came, and we couldn't adventure no more. And now Walsh took over the adventure. Tony Walsh stole
We
that.
lost the adventure, and Tony
Yeah.
picked it up.
Tony, you stole that from us.
Good for you,
What are
Tony.
you doing, man? I'm just kidding. Tony's awesome,
Tony is awesome.
and Tony's got a lot of great adventures there going on.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Jackie's in. I think Jackie's going to New York, or either he said she's already there. One of the two.
I don't know. She was
Well,
going.
she's going up there. She's going to see Andrew, I'm sure. But yeah, Tony's.
She's a brave woman. Go to New York by herself.
Yeah, well, I mean, her baby's up there.
I'd go anyway.
She's going up. She's going up there, and y'all keep in prayer for Andrew. 100%. That's Tony and Jackie's son. He's up there in New York, up in northern New York. He's western New York. He's up there in the military,
Oh.
and he's training for cold weather warfare. So, all that mess that's going on over there in Ukraine is kind of cold weather. So, anyway, y'all stay in prayer for Andrew.
Absolutely.
He needs prayer. So he's a good, fine young man. Excellent young man.
Okay, Bushcraft, I was saying the other day, I do not feel old ever, except for when I'm sick or something like that. But I normally don't. I feel like I'm about 20 most of the time and act it more of the time. But anyway, and then I think how old my children are.
No, we got old children.
My oldest child is 38. My middle son is 36. And my baby is 33.
And then we go to my kids.
Then there's the grandkids.
And well, then there's my kids, and my kids is 33, 26.
Oh,
And then there's the grandchildren, and they start out with, how's the oldest one?
who?
Oldest grandbaby? Tony.
Tony's 17 or 18. Shaylee's 14.
Jonah's 15.
Then Kaylee's fixing to be 11.
Well, Jordan's 12.
12.
Yeah.
Then Kaylee's fixing to be 11.
Uh-huh.
Then Bean's fixing to be 7. Baby's fixing to be
Sayla's
2. Sayla's 7.
Hudson's 10.
8 or 10.
Yeah. No, Hudson's 8. Hudson's 8.
He's 8.
Hudson's 8. And then Bean's 6.
She's fixing to be
Sayla's
7.
6. Fixing to be 7. And then
Now I feel old.
then Elijah's 4. And
I think we ain't old. Jeez, man.
and then hold on a minute.
We got
Then
more.
the baby's
She's
20
almost
months.
2. She'll be 2
So-
in April.
So yeah, we got a lot of grandkids. We got a lot of kids. So
And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it.
Can you say broke? Hey man, who's this? There's Uncle Al. He's back again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Al.
Sorry to leave you in the basement.
We were
That's all right.
chatting up.
We brought up our old crusty Uncle Al from the basement.
Yep. It's a
Sound
bomb
like-
shelter, not a
The
basement.
bomb
Bomb
shelter is not a basement.
He's kind of like Jerry Stiller on the King of Queens. We
Yeah.
kept him in the basement.
Oh.
Sorry about
Pray
that, Uncle
for
Al.
Andrew getting training.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
whole mess is all you know who. I can't say because they docked 5 hours off my. I'm trying to get reestablished on funding. Okay, I have 8,000 hours, but only 3,000 something. It has to be approved. Whatchamacallit, to go back to getting funding, because I said a few things they didn't like, so they
Yeah,
took
they-
it out. They took
They
off
do that
hours.
with us too.
And also people. Now, you guys, I don't know what's going on with the email, but there you go. Quick, get a pen.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. That'll work. We got it.
Stop that.
We got it. We can look it back up in just a second. You can put it down now.
Hey,
Okay.
baby,
Yeah.
score.
Let's see here. Oh, hey, there's John Coffey again.
You can't get enough of us, can you?
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what I love about Uncle Al's videos. I tell people about you all the time. I send as many people as I can to Die Bullfrog
Shaking
79
at table.
because your stuff's entertaining. I mean, it's really entertaining because you never know what you're going to talk about. I mean, you give some excellent advice on all kind of stuff. He's helped us a lot on
Yes.
different things. Told us storms was going to come way before the weatherman told us storms was going to come, and then the storms came. I'm telling you, he's from the future.
And we're always sitting here going, he told us that.
Yeah, you've done that. You've done that several times, but I love that one. The ones where Uncle Al. What were you? I mean, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Were you some kind of special forces?
Oh, I can't talk about that. That was,
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he wasn't going to even talk about that.
it's not special forces. I can't remember my military career. It's all kind of fuzzy after.
I figured Bullfrog was from the Navy SEALs.
No,
No, okay,
And
all
if
right.
it was, he ain't telling you.
He ain't telling.
I don't remember.
That's what I always say. I don't remember.
Well, what was funny was the one you were saying when you was talking about somebody was walking down the street with their camo and they had all their muscles, and little old Uncle Al was pushing the shopping cart, and little old Uncle Al had his groceries in the shopping cart, and he walks by the guy with the AR-15 and he's got his camo on, and there comes Al with his shopping cart, and there comes the guy with the AR-15 and the camo. And next thing you know, Al stabs him in the liver, and he's dead. And Al's walking home with his shopping cart. You know,
Yeah, with the camo and the AR-15, there's a guy with no liver on the sidewalk.
yeah.
Yeah, now, folks, I'm a peaceful person. I'm a churchgoer. I had to quit Sunday school for a while because whatchamacallit, if you kind of notice, I'm a little bit pale. I'm supposed to be in bed asleep.
You
I'm
feeling
paler than
better?
you guys. What?
Are you feeling better?
No, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
I've been-
gosh.
Oh, great.
I've been trying to sleep. I already took like 2 tranquilizers, so I got to be careful. It gets hilarious after a while because my nephew says, "You're the palest Asian I ever seen, Uncle Al, and you're in the sun all the time."
Hey, Uncle Al, I'm going to risk getting kicked off of here, but you know what? Now you're in trouble because everything's your fault. You know why? Because you're an older white man, and everything is your fault.
Great.
That's what they say. Everybody's too white. That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
Uncle Al.
good.
it gets hilarious, folks, because they're all crazy right now. Because Frank watches my video, and so does Tina. We have the second group of the guys, but it's like, gee, that's the first time I've seen an African American Nazi. I'm not kidding. They're for me. It's like Stacey Adams, that carpetbagger from up north that came to Georgia. I'm running for governor. And I'm like, why?
Stacey Abrams, I swear, man, you go down to downtown Atlanta and there's pictures painted on buildings everywhere of Stacey Abrams.
Is it Stacey Adams or Stacey
Stacey
Abrams?
Abrams.
And I think she's probably.
I can stand
by
her.
the way, I'm gonna get into a disclaimer right here. Tina has told me that she does not want anybody. All my opinions that's coming over here, I'm real in everybody's face about my opinions, and she don't want to be involved.
I want a
with that.
disclaimer that I don't know. This is all Frank.
But the thing is with
The other
Stacey
white
Abrams.
man.
The thing is with Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams was a romance novelist. And I mean, she wrote the most raunchy romance novels you ever read. I mean, plum grade A nasty stuff. And now she's running, which I mean, everybody's got past, they do things. But she's not saying, hey, I'm sorry I used to write that mess.
Why should she be sorry that she wrote romance novels? I mean, I like her, but why should she be
Well,
sorry?
the stuff she's saying's gross in there.
Like people don't
No,
do it.
Frank, it's called erotica, not romance.
Exactly.
I mean,
Have you
it's
done it?
Polite.
You're telling me you
I
haven't
ain't
done
never
what
wrote no
she-
romance
No, I'm
novel.
saying you haven't done what she wrote. Don't
Well, I
like you would
wouldn't
have killed
put it in a
Cloud.
book.
You
I wouldn't
Yeah.
put it in a book.
And you know everybody's done what she wrote about. You just ain't
Yeah, but
talking
you don't
about
put
it.
it in a book.
I might.
Would you put that in
I
a
might.
book? Oh, the Lord.
It's called erotica. It's like porn. Because I had a big sermon on that during Sunday school, and I had to explain the difference between a romance novel and erotica. And erotica is what Stacey Abrams used to write.
Yeah.
And romance is like Daniel Steele, where you see
Oh.
the
Yeah, this isn't a romance novel. If you read the stuff, as I read experts, whatever it is, I've read it. Excerpt, what did we say?
Excerpt.
Excerpts. I've read excerpts out of that book, and it's bad. I mean,
Yeah, it's erotic.
Well, somebody's got to write it.
right. It's
And-
erotica. It's the lowest level of porn. I had an hour sermon explaining this to kids.
I wouldn't want to explain that to kids.
No.
That'd be a hard
This
job to
ain't-
do.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not saying they don't need it explained. I'm just saying that would be a hard job to do.
You don't explain this stuff.
Yeah.
It's part of life.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Right.
Tina.
Tina, don't go there.
I
Like
didn't
I
say
said,
I didn't say what.
Look, we're down to 7 people because we're talking about this. Nobody wants to hear about Stacey Abrams and her erotica.
I didn't bring her
But
on.
But yeah,
erotica.
I just don't like her in general. I don't
right,
like the
because
fact.
she's a crook.
Yes, she is. She got, and what I don't understand.
Tony Walsh.
What I don't understand is she got, and I know I'm probably gonna make people.
Thank you,
I'm
Tony
gonna make
Walsh.
people a little mad for saying this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. She got on TV and she said, there's a video on YouTube that says it. She got on here and she said, I have harvested over 80,000 votes in Georgia.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, if she harvested votes, that's illegal in the state of Georgia,
It is.
which would disqualify 80,000 votes. If
Right.
that's the case, then Trump did win Georgia.
Yeah, but
I
we're not
mean-
going to talk about political.
So anyway,
We
yeah.
want to talk about political.
No.
This is
Hey, Jules.
Hey, Jules, how you doing?
This is
Good to
Tina's
see you.
gardening channel, right?
Yeah, Jules is a gardening channel, and then he's got Jules as a guitar playing channel,
Right.
and singing channel.
No, I mean this is Tina's live stream.
No, this is Frank.
No, this is Tina and Frank.
Oh, okay. We won't talk about politics. It's too funny. But like I said, I pray for Andrew, who's training in New York,
Yeah,
and then a few other people because I have my friends' nephews are in Poland and Germany.
He said the name of my book would be Living the Dream.
and look, Jules wrote, or no, he said Walsh wrote because romance with Frank is nothing but a dream. It is, man. It's a dream.
Tony,
Okay,
you're
so-
so funny.
You can
I'm
send
sorry,
money.
Al. I always talking.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, go ahead, Frank.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, Al.
To help out Frank and Tina, you could send them gift cards like Amazon, or you could send them Walmart cards so they can buy food. What's your nearest grocery store?
Oh man, y'all don't have to send us nothing. I appreciate that, Al. But
No, that's a good thing about it. I'm helping you out. That way, the government don't tax you on this. So you guys, you send them gift cards like Walmart and Amazon, and they could spend it on feeding that cat right there, the alcoholic one.
Easy, yeah.
we're still doing. I mean, we're not doing awful. We're doing pretty good, ain't we? But I mean, we're not rich by no means, but we're getting day to day. But we're, we are keeping our bills paid, sort of. But
now the truth comes out.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie on Sunday. If you're gonna lie, I figured this out. If you're gonna lie,
don't do it on Sunday.
Don't lie to yourself, number one, and don't lie on Sunday. If you're gonna do, what did he say? Made it to the truck after coffee, so I got to hop off here. Okay, Richard. Good to see you.
Be careful wherever you are.
He's heading. He's heading to North Carolina.
Well, come on down to Georgia.
He's going down Fancy Gap.
Fancy Gap.
Y'all,
I've
I
been over
guarantee
Fancy
you,
Gap.
if Jules still on here, he knows about Fancy Gap. It's right around there where he's at.
Bye, Tony Walsh.
That looks like up there. If you go down that highway, Uncle Al, at Fancy Gap Mountain, man, when you're going up at night, it seriously looks like cars. The lights on the cars are coming out of the sky and dropping down like parachutes. I mean, it's awesome sight right there on Fancy Gap Mountain.
Gosh, it's beautiful up there.
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's right
also
there.
It looks weird too when you're going up. You see all those cars going to heaven.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's wild looking. You only lie on Sunday. Well, I lie in the bed too late on Sunday. That's what I do.
Well, I did.
I'm going back to bed after I finish making breakfast. I'm cooking sausages. I already finished that, and I made eggs. To release less whatchamacallit, I poach eggs on Sunday. You ever poached eggs in broth?
No.
Oh, you got to try it. It's wonderful. Keeps the yolk inside nice and soft.
Yeah.
And then you put it on toast or English muffins or next to grits. It comes out really nice and less grease.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we figured out how to make eggs with a lot less grease. That's the best thing we ever got was this griddle thing.
$20 griddle.
She's got.
Carrie goes over Fancy Gap twice a week. That is so beautiful.
That is, and
I love it.
Jules says come down one evening in a fog bank and could see him about a foot beyond the hood.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
that is a bad place for fog up there. I've never.
And Unpaid Explorer says he made beef tips and veggies. I'll tell you what. Do you ever watch Unpaid Explorer, Uncle Al?
Yep.
Y'all watch each other's channel. That's pretty sure. Yeah, he does real good at that, being able to go out in the woods and stay out all night and all that stuff. But last time we went camping, seriously, we've got stuff in there in case we got to go camping, in case we got to get out of here. In case we got a bug out. But last time we went camping, no joke, was 10 years ago in the backyard.
I was just going to say, where did we go camping at?
It was 10 years ago.
It was awful.
We got in the backyard.
We almost died.
We woke up, seriously, on the ground. It
was
about 70 degrees. It was summertime. And it was soaking wet. We were soaking wet. Both of us backs were locked up. We couldn't get out of the tent.
If we'd have been any further than the backyard, we would have died before we got home.
I'll put it like this. Tina told me, she said, we're never doing this again, ever. And I said, I 100% agree. We're never. And we had an air mattress.
Oh, and it went flat.
It went flat. It was awful.
Okay, 2 reasons. Tina can sleep in a hammock. It's a lot easier. And then Frank can sleep in a cot, because I don't think the trees will hold Frank up because
it has to be a big old cot.
Yeah.
Redwood.
Oh, they have a big old cot at sporting goods stores. It'll hold up to about 800 pounds. And it's comfortable. It's better than a bed. You put the air mat on that.
It's 9 people on here.
Tina, seriously, I could see me and her, if we're sleeping in hammocks, we'd be like Gilligan and
the skipper. We kind of like that a lot anyway.
That'd be funny. I'm gonna put a link on here so anybody can come on up that wants to. We got a link further back, but I'm gonna go ahead do it again. And
He's become a pro at it now.
yeah, somebody told me how to do this last night, and it
Buy
really
a
helped.
yurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Buy a yurt.
A yurt.
What exactly?
What
is
the
a yurt?
heck is a yurt, Wendy? You know
Is
what
that
a
one of
yurt
those
is?
fancy, almost circular thing. What is
Yeah,
that?
but it has a wooden floor and circular.
Yeah.
And its own top. Yeah.
Well, we're
but-
too lazy to put something like that together.
yeah, I know. It takes forever. That's why they put
We need
wheels on
something
it.
like a camper so we can just unlock the door and walk in it.
Yeah, like I do. You see my video with my camper. Just open
No,
the
that's
door
what I'm talking about.
and
I
roll
wanna-
in there. It has a toilet, a heater.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you
Give me
wave at the
something with a-
kids in the tent.
Hey,
who's
man.
Hey, Boone.
Hey, man, good to see you. I just watched your video just a minute ago.
It's a good one. Everybody make sure after this, go check the video out.
Yeah.
I have a camper, and the kids go sleep outside in the tent.
Heck
You sleep in the wet ground. Uncle Al's sleeping in the camper.
I'm going to the camper every time.
I'm
not-
surprised
nice
your
mattress,
nephews
you got
ain't
the
done took that
toilet.
camper.
TV, fan, AC.
You got everything in a camper these days. You got in the house. Why would you want to go get on the
Right,
panel?
especially as a small refrigerator. Open the door, nice cold drink, close the little door,
What I'm
and
talking
then look out the window and wave at the kids, and they're,
Yeah.
they're in the rain and
Y'all
the
count me out there.
like, hey, can I get back in, Uncle Al? Nope. Close the door and close the window. No, just
I just say Boone on here, and I always, if I got a thought flying in my head, it flies out of my mouth. But I couldn't help but remember Ray. You remember what he used to call Boone? Urban Grandpa Prepper Ray. He used to always call Boone. He'd call her Von Chill.
I think we all did at one time.
He
There
said,
was a debate for a year of what her name actually was.
he said, "There's Von
Boone
Chill."
Chili. Boone Chile.
Oh, that reminds me. My latest video I did at 3 a.m. Everybody, make sure you get an oxygen monitor. This is for Tina. It's a little clip-on thing at the doctors. They check your oxygen,
Yeah.
and you always look at that. You and Frank especially. You look at that. If it goes below like 97, you rush either Tina to the hospital or Frank to the hospital, because that means something's really wrong with your system. I have one at the house, and I keep monitoring and writing it down because I don't want to end up like Ray. Ray isn't waking up.
Ah, exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't want that.
How did Ray die? Did you
Who's
hear
that?
that?
No, but he wasn't feeling good, and that's symptoms of a lot of things. It could be whatchamacallit, you're not breathing right, you're not getting enough oxygen. It could be something internal. It could be because he had trouble with his legs. Because
Yeah.
Ray was a postman, and I have trouble with my legs because I used to ride horses a lot.
I did too. I used to train horses.
So you know what we're talking about. It hits you in the ankles and the knees,
Mhm.
and then in the thighs, and that's why I walk around with a cane. And they said it's a good idea to have the oxygen monitor, and if it goes below 97, you run to the hospital.
This man Dudley.
Hey, Dudley.
Hey, Dudley.
But yeah, I had before me and Tina. Well, actually, me and Tina had already met, but before me and Tina had started dating, I was with an ex-wife. I'm going to be careful saying that very, very loud. I don't want you to hit me, but
We all have exes, right?
yes, we do. But I was with an ex-wife. We had a horse farm, and I trained horses.
Whoops. They're gone. I guess Tina's beating the heck out of Frank. Okay. This is why I never do my own live stream. I don't know what to say, but hi, folks. And we'll wait until Frank and Tina gets back on, or they don't realize because Tina's beating Frank. And they don't want to photograph the graphic violence.
Hey,
Oh,
she did
sorry.
something. I
I
don't know
double
what she did.
fingered it. It turned
Yeah,
me
so
off.
we don't witness the domestic violence.
I really didn't mean to do that.
But yeah, I trained horses for a long time, and I gentle broke them. I don't know if y'all know about imprint training. I've heard people say, "Well, how did you break horses as big as you are? If you hit the ground, it would be hard." we gentle broke horses. We imprint trained horses. That's how we did it. You know, we you know, just if you train them from birth to ride, and you round pen them, they'll ride. You know, and you don't have a problem with it. You don't have to go out there and half kill an animal, you know, to break it. I mean, yeah, they'll ride a lot faster like that, but you'll also have a horse that's scared. You know,
that's true, because I used to whatchamacallit, we had got somebody donated a few wild horses with us when I was younger, and we had to break them, and they're scared all the time. They're not used to people riding them. There's an easy way, you know, you start them off as a pack horse, put a small weight on their back, and they get used to it. And then I was young and stupid.
You walk them up, and first thing you do is teach them how to plow line behind them.
Yep.
You get behind them with some real long reins and work them like that. And you're not that way. You're not. Bye, Dan. See you. Good to see you. But that way you're not. Trying to stop the thing when you're on it. You know, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot easier to do that. And
bless your heart.
Your O2 stays low all the time, Dudley. I hate that, man. I didn't know that. I know Vernon does. Vernon has problems breathing. There's a lot of people have problems breathing. You've had problems breathing a lot before, hadn't you, Uncle Al?
Yep. But I was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
A lot
drinking Lucky beer, so
they say my oxygen stays up, but you can hear me breathing across the room. So I think that may just be me being fat. I don't know.
Look, Boone, what I got.
Oh yeah, she's proud of that little camera.
I'm very proud of this. It costs $19. It's a nanny cam.
That's how she's gonna catch that pervert.
I'm gonna catch me a pervert.
Yep. Not me.
Yeah, Dudley and Vern, get the oxygen monitor. It's about the same size as the nanny cam. You fit it on your finger, and it'll tell you the rate of your blood oxygen. It's a good thing to have, and also talk to your doctor getting a CPAP. Frank can't use it. I use mine, but that also helps your breathing after the Red Dragon. I can't say the word. They docked me 5 hours for that one. Isn't that wonderful?
Dudley says still have oxygen here, but being stubborn, I don't use a lot because I don't want to get where I have to depend on. I'll tell you what, I've thought several times about getting some oxygen. I would like to get some oxygen. I think it'd make me feel a lot better.
Yeah. Amazon has recreational.
Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. We had a
babies are calling. Hey, darling.
Come through. The grandbabies are calling on FaceTime.
Yep.
So it's coming through over the computers. So, but
Frank, try Amazon. They have these little oxygen cylinders. You put one in the car. I think they're like $19 each, and it has a face mask. And you put it on, you get a whiff of oxygen.
Yeah,
that was always help out. I have I have 2 oxygen tanks. After you use the tanks, don't put them in your house. Take them back to the rental or the hospital supply area, and they'll refill it for you. Because I had a friend who had a big oxygen tank in his house, and when his trailer, I wouldn't say house, it's the mobile home, caught on fire.
Yeah.
And when the fire hit the oxygen tank, what happened to the mobile home?
Yeah, I've got some friends of mine that are firemen that have been half killed from oxygen inside a house.
Yeah. So you carry the little, it's like the size of an insect spray bottle, except it's full of oxygen.
Yeah.
You put it over your mask. It's on Amazon. And it's like recreational oxygen for athletes. Mm-hmm. And then, it's the crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll tell you, I kind of feel like Dudley here. I get claustrophobic when I wear a mask of any kind. I don't like wearing masks inside the supermarket or anywhere because I start feeling like I'm going to pass out. And I know it's in my mind, but that's why I can't do a CPAP. I feel like it's suffocating me, and I can't sleep with it because I can't get used to it.
Right.
But
the oxygen, you could go the little hose things that stick up your nose.
mhm,
That will work fine for you, Frank.
yeah,
And also deadly. You talk to your doctors. You want the smaller cylinder. That helps it a lot because this isn't bad as the big cylinder because I have a big cylinder with wheels and I have to fill up the water, check the gauge, put out the hose, put on the mask, check the gauge again, make sure I'm normal. Because why I'm wearing a glove because I have stroke issues, and it's like, yes, I have stroke issues, uh, and my hand doesn't get enough oxygen on this one, so I have to
yeah.
take the readings on my right hand.
Um, yeah, that's John Coffey says those are great for a hangover. I bet those things are great for a hangover. I'll tell you what, we've got, and Berna says you can get a line in your nostrils. And Wendy says she has COPD, but she won't put a mask on her period. I feel the same way. And I think the reason I do, I think it's subconscious because I've had asthma my whole life. When I was a small child, I had it really bad. And my oxygen level doesn't seem to be affected by it now. I mean, you hear me breathing, but I don't, I don't have a bad problem with my oxygen level. But I think I've had some asthma attacks that were so bad I was in the hospital, and something that's going to suffocate me, I'm going to freak out about it. And I think it's just deep seated from when I was a young child, fighting for air. And I don't like masks. So I do have to lose this weight because if I don't lose this weight, I'm subject to something bad happening from, the sleep apnea. So, but it's it. Spaceman Dudley says, I'm sorry about that. God bless you. He's talking to Vernon. Had pneumonia and carbon monoxide poison in my lungs. Have been on their bottles the past year. Oh, I've had their battles the past year. I can't see. I was in the hospital 19 days, but God's got me out of it. Hey, that's good, man.
Yeah.
God is good, man. He does. He takes care of you. Hey, that's awesome. Y'all have some awesome people in the office down there, Wendy. You sure do. But yeah, that I don't. We're not forced to wear them either. I did. Right. Boy, I tell you something. I got in a little trouble at Home Depot because there was a Karen in there that came up to me and told me that I had to wear a mask. And I told her, I said, I'm not wearing a mask. And I looked at it like this. I'm spending $200,000 a year at Home Depot. Get off my back about wearing a mask. I'm not trying to be like a Karen myself, but, I didn't like her coming up there and told me I had to exit the store if I didn't wear a mask. And she did. And that's not even the company's policy. This was just one person. So she come up to me again. She said, I told you already, you got to leave if you don't have a mask. I said, why? She said, because of COVID-19. I said, well, don't worry about it. I've already got it. And let me tell you what, she took off running. She got away from me and she left me alone. Yeah, at that point, but it worked. It got her away. So,
right. You see, a lot of people don't understand about masks. I have to wear a mask before the Red Dragon because I only have one lung, and like Vern got hit with tuberculosis, and I'm Asian, so I have to be very, very careful about tuberculosis in my area. We have A1 tuberculosis. If you're Asian, you get that. That's a death sentence. You don't live, you die. Yeah. Because the cure don't work on it. So I have to wear a mask no matter what. I have enough masks, and I got a hood with a mask So I sound like on dark soda,
Yeah.
for the rest of my life. But that's my fault because I used to smoke 2 packs of Camels without filters for the last 20 years before I
Yeah.
quit in 2000 because I had to because it got really serious because I was coughing up green stuff and blood and
I'll tell you that I used to smoke too, but it was years ago. It's been I've been quit smoking for probably close to 20 years, a little over 20 years, and I tell you what, that's the best thing I ever did was quit smoking. Wendy said that's for sure. I still get dirty looks from most old people when I'm in the store, but it's been a while. Can't wait to go into one so I can make them mad. No, I kind of feel the same way you do, Wendy. I mean, you know, I'm not doubting that, you know, that there's a threat out there. I'm not doubting that, you know, that things are dangerous and that COVID-19 is dangerous. I'm not trying to say it's not. But I'm trying to say that what I'm trying to say is we all have rights to make decisions for ourselves what to do. And when you give up those rights in the United States to be told that you have to do something, if you don't do this, then we're going to do this. That kind of sounds like authoritarian government to me, does it not, Uncle Al?
Oh,
I mean, that's not the free government that we're supposed to be raised in. Right. You know, that's what I don't like. I like freedom, you know, and, you know, if I want to have a choice, if I've got the choice, you know, we live in a country, you're free to make a good choice. You're free to make a bad choice, you know, and that's the way I prefer to live. You know, let it be my call on what I do.
But we got to be careful because we promised Tina we won't talk about politics and it's starting to.
Oh, true, but I can't help it. I really can't help it. It's hard for me not to. But Wendy said I'm only 66. No, you're not old, Wendy. That's 100% right. Yep, I know what you mean, Boone. They do. They have to. I don't know why people have to be that way. You should smoke a pre-2000 Lucky Strikes. I'll tell you what. Look, I had an uncle that smoked Lucky Strikes without filters, and yeah, hey, those are cowboy cigarettes right there.
Yeah, but I used to smoke Lucky Strikes, but wasn't strong enough, so I switched it over to Camels Unfiltered.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Dudley. They do. They need God, and I'm gonna tell you something about China, the country, and I'm not meaning to be political on this. But there are a lot of ministers that have been over there in China that are in prison right now, that are in prison for having 3 sheets of the Bible with them in the pocket folded up and preaching. If you don't go to the Chinese church that they tell you to go to, they have churches, but they're government-run churches.
Right, and monitored.
They're monitored. They monitor what they say and what they teach. They do not have. I mean, we take that for granted. But if China comes over here, if they win a war or whatever, and they come over here, it'll be that way here, because that's what they want. That's exactly what they want, and it's scaring the fire out of me. I'm extremely politically incorrect, Vernon, but it's scaring the fire out of me. Them encroaching on the moving on out into the sea. Political warfare. That's it.
That's China's plan to take over America.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly. They've got a plan. They've got an agenda, and you know, I mean, I may get kicked off of YouTube for it, but you know, it's like I said the other day. I put out a video that was you know, real controversial, but I just about the Joe Rogan thing.
Yeah,
and you know I made a lot of people mad in that, but I had to ask myself something. Which one's worse, to lose my country, to lose the freedom in this country that we have to be free, or to lose my YouTube channel? YouTube channel will go away. I'm fine. I'll start up under another name. I'll do whatever. But I can't lose my country. I can't. I mean, I just love America. I love the people from here. You know, I remember being a little kid standing in Sunday school or in first grade singing, "This land is your land." You know,
Right.
That's the America that I love. You know, from California to the New York Islands. You know, that's where we're at. And
Yeah. Oh, you got somebody from not Portugal, Brazil. Hi,
got somebody
Brazil.
from Brazil. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I have
Good
some
to see you.
relatives over there from, I think, 1942. Don't tell anybody. But there's a lot of my family's in Brazil. That's a long story.
Agreed, Wendy. We do have to stop it. We have to stand. And I know the majority of people we got on here are extremely patriotic Americans. I mean, Voon's Navy. I mean, she's Navy. Jules is Navy. I mean, a lot of these people we've got on here are very much patriotic. And you know, and I know how most of you feel, but at the same time, when I put out that video on Joe Rogan, we lost, I think, 13 subscribers. When I put out the video on are we about to get in a World War III or Civil War, that's the way I put it, I lost like 14 or 15 subscribers. So I know I'm making people mad. And,
right. I have to calm everybody. It's not whatchamacallit. What Frank says, it's not a civil war. It's like the Paris Commune of 1871. You have a small minority of kooks running around waving guns saying, "We know what to do."
Yeah, I agree. I was going to tell you, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Uncle Al, but my mind's just going everywhere. But over in the Border Patrol, did you see that video on there of the Border Patrol where the guy was trying to tell people to have great morale? And and he was talking to all the Border Patrol members, and one of them was saying, "How can we have great morale when we can't do our job?" And then he told him, he said, for what was that quote he was saying about the best way to for Satan to win is for good men to do nothing.
Right.
For us to do nothing. He said, and that guy said, "You can do something." And he said, "No, I can't. We can't do anything. We're stuck." And it's sad that it's almost like the whole, deal that we've seen in wars before, in our lifetimes, that, here the boys are over there fighting, but the government won't let them win.
Right.
What's the point in being over there fighting and losing your life if you can't win, if you're told you can't win? True. What's the point in being out there watching that border when you're told you're going to let them go the minute, they come in and they're going to put them on a plane and they're going to ship them over there. They're either coming over there where you are or they're coming where I am. And I'm not talking about Latinos. Man, I love Latinos. Some of my favorite people on the planet are Latinos. Right, I'm just talking about illegal, because what's going to come across that border is a suitcase bomb. Right. And that's what I'm afraid of.
That's what I mentioned in my videos. And I agree with Frank. The trouble with the secret airlines they're running, I have to tell you what organization. It starts with a Charles, and it starts with an Ivan, and ends with America. So you put those top three letters together. It's their airlines they used in Vietnam, in Saudi Arabia, in Iran, Iraq, and in Afghanistan. And a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, no suitcases allowed, but they don't understand. It's not a lot of people from Mexico.
Yeah,
it's not them. They're not coming over. I'm asking, who's coming over? Haitians, Georgians, not from Georgia, but from
Soviet Georgia.
Yeah, old Soviet Georgia, and Korea, but they're not regular Koreans. I'm like, who the hell are they? And then you have people from Siberia, and then you have people from other third world countries like Venezuela, Nicaragua, because a lot of people in Mexico, I know, they're mad at the Central American countries because first thing they do is to go into Mexico. And when they have these like 2,000 people walking through Mexico, they have a crime spike in all these highways where the town leads up to it.
Uncle Frank has Uncle Al has a channel. Yeah, Spaceman Dudley. It's Die Bullfrog 79.
Right.
I keep calling him Uncle Al because he's Uncle Al, but his channel's Die Bullfrog 79. And there's one thing about it. Let's see here. Where's the pop?
Where did I put it?
Poppies are coming too. There's one thing about it with Uncle Al. He's going to tell you how to survive. He's going to let you know what you need to do to survive. He's got tons of advice on how to make it through if things get bad, and kind of what's coming and what's around the corner. And Uncle Al loves Jesus. So, hey, that's a no-brainer for me. Me and Uncle Al are friends. Uncle Al loves Jesus, and he's also a very good survivalist. And he gives me a lot of good advice. And we've actually learned a ton from Uncle Al, and I think everybody on here could learn from him. He's got a lot to tell you. But I'll tell you what, Boone, I don't know if you saw his video that he made. He took a can of Spam and he made it look like a whole different kind of food. I don't know how you did that.
Oh, that was corned beef. I could do it with corned beef or Spam. I could change it because it doesn't have to be the same thing coming out of the can. You can, with Spam, you could grind it up and make Spam burgers out of it. Just grind it up with a little bit more fat. And there's Tina. The little Tina has live back.
You ain't feeling too good.
Okay, Frank, we got to stop about political stuff, and we're talking about cooking, like Spam.
Cooking, yes.
We could grind it through a meat grinder, and you can make patties, or you can put it on a drumstick and coat it.
You're good.
You could coat it and air fry it, and you have a little fake drumstick. And it's great for the kids because they're wondering, what kind of meat is this? And
it didn't look like Spam or corned beef.
It doesn't look like corned beef because I make several dishes, and you can put it ground. You can make Spam tacos. You just grind it up, add the seasoning to it, and some other things. And they're looking like, what kind of meat are we eating, Uncle Al? It's a type of, it's a pork product. And you just lie through your teeth and add taco seasoning to it. Because once you grind it up into granule, did you say you were hungry, Tina?
I'm hungry now. I heard about all this food.
I still got to make a bunch of pancakes because
I love your pancakes.
Yeah, one of my relatives has the Red Dragon, so I'm staying away from everybody. And I'm like, okay, nephew, you go outside. And you see in the front door in a plastic bag is takeout tray with your mom's dinner. Go get it, and then don't come ever back again for breakfast. I'm making pancakes for them. They can't cook.
I'll tell you what. I can't cook. I'm not very good. Look, I gotta tell y'all this. This is crazy. We made that dang meatball video, meatball casserole, where we were trying to copy. Cooking with Sherry, and Sherry's like Boone, man. She could cook a phone book and make it taste good. I mean, her and Boone, people that can cook like that. Real Man Cook, he can do that. Hey, Sandy, how are you doing? These people can. Hugs to you too. These people can cook like crazy. I can't cook. I absolutely can't cook. Can't. If you want to get sick, eat something I cook, because Tina will eat it on occasion, but she's scared the minute she's got. And when I'm trying to make her eat my food, and I try to cook all the time, and I'm bad at it. So anyway, I'll
try it.
I cooked that meatloaf casserole, and it, believe it or not, wasn't half bad, but it was nowhere near as good as Sherry's. I promise you.
I think we figured out what he should have done was bake the bread to start with.
I put it in there frozen, and it made it real mushy. And I think I messed that up. But anyway, I mean, I could burn water.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, that video, that silly video of us trying to cook something,
Which was stupid.
has got almost 4,000 views on it.
Yep. Because people like food videos. You did a video on your kerosene pickles, Frank, and you would probably get 6 million people watching it.
I probably would. But that's what gets me. And we've got videos that we've made that are actually pretty good, and nobody watches them. They've got 35 views.
Yeah, I figured out the videos that you think are just, oh, this is a great video. This is going to get lots of views. They get none.
They get no
and
views.
And then the stupidest videos will get hit all over the place.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen about YouTube. We've got a cowboy video that's got 500,000 views on it. And I mean, it's my bad taste in movies. And you know what? 90% of the people that comment on it talk about my speech impediment, how I sound horrible in my Southern accent, and then they tell me I have crazy poor taste in movies. You know? So I mean, everybody's agreeing the video is horrible. But you know, it went. You know, people went nuts over it.
Well, we don't know why.
I have no idea why, but we don't have any of our really good videos that get a lot of people to hit them. And I don't understand how that works. I don't know.
Nobody likes Westerns anymore, except for Kung Fu, the Western.
I bet they do, Brian. I'll tell you what, Brian, Uncle Al, if you ain't seen that one, go look through Brian's list at Brian's Losis Hills Homestead. He's got one of how he cooks carp.
Yeah.
And it's how he cuts it up and can cook it. And that is ingenious, because if you were hungry, a lot of people can catch carp, but I've never known anybody who can cook it.
I do too. Thank you, Spaceman Dudley.
I'm Asian, so I know how to cook carp. I can fry it, steam it, bake it, make it into sausage. People always ask me, how you make fish sausage, Uncle Al? And I said, I'm tired. Go away. That's why I'm pale. It's like I make fish sausage. They look at me and they say,
"Get our goat farm."
No,
a goat video.
We got to go to our goat farm.
Nope.
No.
No goat. No goat.
I can see the goat throwing Frank out of the house. No.
No, that was embarrassing. I almost didn't put that video up because
it should have been embarrassing.
Tina made me put that video up about the goat.
You were pitiful.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. That goat tried to marry me, and it was horrible.
It really did not like Frank.
A lot of y'all on here probably watched that goat video, but you know that goat video didn't have, and that was probably one of our funnier videos. It was embarrassing, but it was pretty funny, and it's got like 70 views, 80 views. That's what I'm saying.
It was so stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid it is. Yeah,
well,
it's that you get a lot of views, and
that's what I thought. I thought it was stupid enough to get a lot of views, but it wasn't. You know, it must not. I love Western movies too. That's the thing. I love Western movies, and that goat video was so funny, and those goats. No. I'm telling you what, that goat tried to marry me.
Exactly,
it did.
Dudley.
It did.
Okay, guys, bad. I hear my nephews pounding on the table back there, so they're probably raiding my refrigerator. So
that's what I was going to say about your motorhome, Al. I'm surprised your nephews hadn't stole your motorhome and took it on a trip.
They did a couple of times, but I have wheel locks, so if anybody's trying to take it out of my driveway, they have to drag it out because the wheels are locked in until I turn the key to unlock it. Uncle Al's smart. I put a lot of money in that little teardrop trailer. I have a toilet, a little refrigerator in there. I have a little LD 8-inch TV, on the wall. So, and also have cameras and stuff all over the outside, so nobody could sneak up on me.
Right.
Yeah,
it has batteries and solar power, and has a 5-gallon propane tank. I did a video on it. nobody ever watches it.
Was that the one you were going to take to Canada?
Oh no, that's just for when I go out with the grand nephews and nieces out there. They stay in the tent. Uncle Alan stays in the camper.
No, I didn't marry that goat. He tried. He tried.
Very frank.
No, he never consummated the wedding. He tried to though.
By the time I got there, they were almost married.
He did put one of his horns through my pants, and I had a tear in my pants in the crotch of my pants. Seriously, no joke. And that thing was trying to turn me from a rooster to a hen, and it was
hilarious.
Pretty awesome.
If you hadn't been there in person, you really would have got a good laugh.
Right. I got to go, guys.
All right. I'll see you.
I'll see you. Everybody else, come up aboard. Frank, you're going to put the...
Yeah, I'll put the link up right here. Hopefully somebody will come up. And that was Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. If y'all can, go ahead and sub him. He is, if we can get his link put up there. If anybody's a mod, could y'all put his link up there?
Put it on up.
Yeah, I got to put it on up. Here's the thing. But anybody want to get up and talk about your channel? We would love to talk about your channel, and or talk about you, or talk about.
Let's talk about you.
Talk about what you want to talk about this morning.
Let's talk about you and what you do.
Yeah, we can talk, or we can talk about other people.
That's
more fun. I've always said that if you can't say nothing nice about somebody, come sit next to me.
Exactly.
So, no, I'm joking. We're going to try not to talk about nobody.
Oh, we will though.
But we probably will. See you there, Uncle Al. But anyways, that link up there. Yeah, there's the link. It's right there in the description. There's Vernon Daniels.
Get him.
He's our good friend in Detroit. How you doing, Mr. Vernon?
I'm here.
Well, right. Good to see you. You looking good there, Vernon.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm saying you're looking good there in your picture.
I'm hearing double up, but
oh, how's the weather up there in Detroit?
Cold.
It's frightful.
I bet it is.
I'll bet it is. I'll bet it's cold.
I'm telling y'all, the best place to live is in Georgia because we somehow or another get past all the terrible weather.
Boone says, yeah, I love that look, Vernon. She likes your picture.
I know. Don't you love my hair the way it just flies in the wind?
Looks like me when I wake up.
You kind of look like me. That's what I look like without my shirt on.
That's what that's why I thought I'd put it up here, because it looks so much like you, Frank.
It does. It does. You know, I'm real muscular like that.
Biggest muscles in the place is God.
Look at them guns.
Yeah. Emily says I look like the Kool-Aid guy.
You do.
What is that she calls me all the time?
Dumb?
No.
Stupid?
No, she calls me
dumb.
Violet. Violet off of Willy Wonka. She says every time I wear a purple shirt, she says you look like Violet.
You do look like Violet. If you put a purple shirt
like
on,
Violet. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen that movie in 40 years.
Yeah. Wendy says, look here, Wendy says you're sharp too. So, yeah, be looking good there. But yeah, that was a good movie. I enjoyed that. I
love Willy Wonka. I watch that all the time.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was a good.
Yeah, I remember we used to watch that when I was little. That was one of my mom's favorite movies.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one. And I mean, the remake with Johnny Depp's okay, but man, Gene Wilder.
The original.
It wasn't as good as the first one. No way.
No, Gene Wilder was just awesome at that. He was made to play that role. I think I'm a big Gene Wilder fan, though. If you ever look at MB Heritage Farms, good to see y'all. But what I like so much about about Willie Wonka or Gene Wilder was Stir Crazy with him and Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah,
And then that movie. Oh, that was a good
that
movie.
was hilarious. And then
And then
it'd be, yo, we bad.
Yeah, we bad. We know it. Yeah. Craig, you got a body like mine. It's covered up by Pillsbury.
Hey, that's what
right.
That's what they called me when I was a little boy, Pillsbury Doughboy. They'd punch me in the belly and I'd go, hee.
How do we used to do that to him? Kaylee?
Kaylee, yeah.
Yeah, I sure did that every time.
I'll tell you what, I had this fella we had a record contract with this guy named Michael Jack, not Michael Jackson, but it was Michael Jack Band. We got a record contract when I was playing with him, and we were in the recording studio doing an album. It didn't go nowhere. The band broke up. Michael's a preacher now, doing great. At the time, he had a problem with alcohol, and he used to call me Fluffy all the time. Fluffy,
You're
yeah.
kind of fluffy.
That's what he called me, was Fluffy. And we were sitting in the recording studio.
You ain't fat, you Fluffy.
And he was on one of them stools, like a bar stool. And he was so drunk he couldn't even hardly sit on that bar stool. And he looked at me. Michael's about 5'5" and about, maybe 150 pounds, 140 pounds. And he told me,
slight drink of water.
Yeah, he told me he was sitting on that stool and he barely could stand up. And he told me, he said, and I'm 6 foot, about 400 pounds. And anyway, he told me, he said, why don't you shut up, Fluffy, before I kick your fat butt? And I said, Michael, you fixing to get a lesson in physics. Everybody lost it.
He's not fat, he's husky.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was funny. But yeah, anyway, that was a fun man.
So did he learn how physics worked?
No, I never did.
Oh.
I didn't. He passed out shortly after that.
Well, then he learned how physics worked.
Man, let me tell
out at the ground.
Let me tell you something. That guy right there was half the famous country singers in Nashville know this guy personally, and they know how good he is. He's got signed like 6 or 7 record contracts and messed up every deal there was to it, because I don't know exactly why, but he didn't want to make it in country music. He wanted to stay in church.
Some people, I guess, that are just self-defeating.
But he's good. I mean, you talking about good? He's probably one of the best singers and performers I ever seen. I mean, he's absolutely incredible. But missed your calling to be a WW. Hey, man, let me tell you, I had one of my very good friends in school that I went to school with that was a very famous WWF wrestler. Y'all remember WWF? This guy's name was Ray Traylor. He went to high school with me, and he went by the name of Big Boss Man. He was Hulk Hogan's tag team partner.
Really?
Anyway, he died. Yeah,
I remember that guy.
Yeah, he had dolls of him in Walmart. He was a huge star at one time. But yeah, he died a few years back. Man, he was actually a really nice fella. He really was.
Well, I've met a few of them guys. You remember, like, oh gosh, it's been a long time ago now, but my dad and his brother owned a gas station next to Memorial Hall in Kansas City, where they used to do all the wrestling. I think it was Wednesday night or Friday night wrestling or something. But he knew, like, Danny Little Bear and Bulldog Bob Brown and, oh gosh, Andre the Giant. I met him.
Oh, I
have a picture with him.
Oh,
I had a picture with him, and when I got here, they threw my book away.
Oh my God!
I don't know what happened. They said, "Oh well, it got lost." I'm like, "How do you lose a big picture book full of photos?"
I had an autograph book. I had wrestler number 1, number 2, Tommy Wildfire Rich, Dusty
it
Rhodes,
was,
Andre the Giant.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Who remembers them guys? Who remembers Tommy Wildfire Rich? Man,
I
he was
remember him. Yeah,
wrestler
was
number
awesome.
1 and wrestler number 2.
and I've met a lot of them.
They were awesome. Yeah, we used to go watch them at little bitty things. And Dusty Rhodes would always get hit with a chair.
Oh, my
And he'd
God.
always have ketchup running down his face. And he'd go,
Yeah.
I'm the American dream. Dusty Rhodes, you can't hit me in the head with a chair because I'm the American dream.
My mom would take us to Carrollton when we were kids to watch wrestling, and she would sit over in the chair and read a book. I would be standing on top of my chair screaming and crying, "You can't hit Tommy Rich! You can't hit him!"
And then Ric Flair would be saying, "Woo!
Yeah.
To beat the man, to be the man, you gotta beat the man." Yeah, that was a good way to grow up.
Oh
back
my
then.
God, that was the best.
We had a lot of fun
life.
with it. Yes, that's how you get
Well, he-
redneck excited. talking about
Exactly.
They-
Talk about
he
wrestling.
used- He used to take care of their cars while they were
Yeah.
at the matches, and they'd park all their car, like, I don't know, probably 15, 20 of them, and they'd park their cars at the side of the building where the building where they control the pumps and all that. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Yeah.
but like what's his name? I just drew a total blank, man. That's what are they? Oh, Danny Little Bear, and his car had pictures airbrushed on it, like scenes from the Wild West and all this stuff all over it. And then it was like so many different things. I can't even remember, but then it was like 20 coats of hand rubbed lacquer, and that thing just gleamed in the night lights. It was beautiful,
I bet.
man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you're talking about Andre the Giant, when I was 3, they had a picture of me and him together, and
Really?
he had his hand like bent at the fingers and in his palm up, and they set me in his hand, and he was holding me up in the air and had a Coors Tall Boy in the left, and it looked like a can of bean dip. I mean, it was
Wow,
just
man.
one of them little bitty cans. It just looked like a mini can.
Oh, he was huge.
He
Wait.
was enormous.
Yeah.
I got scared. I was like sitting there shaking. I remember I was just sitting there shivering in his hand.
Yeah, he was talking just a minute ago about Jake the Snake,
Oh yeah.
Coco Beware, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And what about man? I can't.
Randy Savage.
Roddy
Piper.
Yeah,
He was
Roddy
just so
Piper.
mad. He would just absolutely lose it. And I talked to Ray Trager about that. The one that's Big Boss Man, or also Big Bubba.
Yeah,
He,
Big Bubba.
Yeah, that's who he was talking about. I've talked to Ray about Roddy Piper, and he told me seriously that he was a nut. He said
Yeah.
if the one you really didn't want to mess with, he said because they'd have it staged and they'd
Ivan
know who was
Koloff.
going to. Ivan
Remember him?
Koloff, yes.
Oh, he was.
I remember
And
him.
he'd go off.
King Kong Bundy.
Yeah.
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 And the Freebirds.
Oh yeah.
But,
And
but anyway,
the Freebirds.
yeah, but they'd talk about that. He said that Roddy Piper would
I bet
that
he
they
was
would have
crazy.
it planned and somebody would turn wrong or whatever and you'd land on him wrong and
Yeah.
he would seriously get mad and start beating the fatal crap out of you in the middle of the ring. And he said
Yeah.
all you could do was cover up. He said because he was going for blood.
Abdullah
He's-
the Butcher.
Yeah, Abdullah the Butcher. Yeah, you like all the bad guys, didn't you?
She likes the bad boys, Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frank, what happened?
That's why she liked you so much.
Yeah, I guess she liked the bad ones. Big John Studd. Yeah, he was yeah, I remember all them. my brother at MB Heritage Farm said my brothers caught many elbows while they were sleeping.
Oh.
They hate the
Yeah.
American dream. Besides, yeah, that's dead on right. I know what you mean. We used to do that all the time. We'd come down with that atomic elbow, and when we was kids.
It is not staged. It is
And,
real.
and accidentally break your buddy's ribs.
Oh
Oh,
Hey, Stack Hawkins,
yeah. We was
Jimmy Snooker.
Yeah, that I remember a lot of them guys, but it was so weird to, the ones that there was. I remember, I don't know if all y'all had these same ones that we had in the Atlanta area, but we had wrestler number 1, wrestler number 2, wrestler number 3, and wrestler number 2
Right.
was the one that made it the most famous.
Oh.
He made it pretty big. But there was those 3, and they were masked, like the Lucha Libres or whatever they call them.
masked men.
Yeah, and
you gotta
that
love
was
this mask.
that was too cool.
Harley Race.
Harley
Harley
Race.
Race. That's
Yeah,
him.
I remember him.
Yep.
Jerry Lawler.
Yes.
You remember Jerry
Yes.
Lawler?
They were the guy. They were the men then. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. It was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, the top
Now-
turnbuckle.
Now I used to work
Yeah.
out when I used to work out a lot, and hard to believe, but I seriously used to.
You really did?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I used to lift a lot of weights, and I worked out at this gym called John Coffee. This is your name. I worked out at this gym in Atlanta called
Yeah.
Coffee's Gym, and guess who I worked out with? Seriously, no joke. I didn't work out with them. They were in the gym. I didn't ever do
At the
sets with
same
them,
time. Yeah.
but we were in the gym at the same time, and I'd see them in there and talk to them on occasion. But it was Buff Bagwell,
Mhm.
Scott and Rick Steiner,
Yep.
and Lex
Steiner.
Luger.
Oh,
And Lex Luger, they all worked out in that same gym with me, and
Oh,
you
wow.
would see them in there all the time. But they,
Yeah.
if you really wanted to be a jerk, you'd go up to them and go, "Hey, I'm a big fan."
that's the owner of a jerk.
You know,
Can I have your autograph?
Can
Yeah.
I get your autograph? I had autograph books, and I had all of them in there.
People did it. People
Oh,
did
so
it.
we know who
Yeah.
Tina was. She was the jerk. Huh?
Hey, I was a jerk. I wanted pictures, and I didn't care. Every time I saw them,
Yeah,
I
that
wanted a
was
new
cool.
picture, and I wanted a new autograph. And me and my sister were standing in line for hours to get these things.
Yeah, I've still got
That's funny.
some of the stuff up at the office that from when I was a kid getting them autographed.
Oh, I bet. I remember
Yeah.
that. It was such a big thing to get to touch them and get them writing in your book, and all you can do is Tommy Wildfire Rich. I would be like, oh my God, look at
do
you.
y'all remember?
Never
him?
wash that hand again.
Never watched that
He
hand.
was like for the South. I don't know if he was all around the country or not, but he was like the best looking guy. All the girls loved him.
Lord, Tommy Wildfire Rich. Oh, he
The
was-
Moondogs. Even more fun with the bunk bed. We had a top. Oh yeah, I bet that was fun. I bet that was. I never did get a bunk bed.
Oh,
My kids did. Jim Crocker was from my hometown, buried here too, I think. Man, I just watched the thing about your hometown. He's from Bristol. Man, we were watching this awesome country music, the history of country music in America. I don't know if y'all watched that. What's it called? Awesome TV show. But they were talking about that the first recordings of real country music that made a hit were the Carter family, and were also
Oh, yeah.
was also Jimmy Rogers, and they were done in Bristol on the same day. They were both recorded in Bristol on the same day. A lot of people don't know that Bristol has a rich history of country music recording. Back in the day, that was the town that was bigger than Nashville. So anyway, that's where Dudley's from, and that's pretty interesting. You still watch wrestling on Friday nights?
Is that Bristol, Georgia?
No,
Tennessee.
Bristol, Tennessee, or Bristol,
Oh,
Virginia.
Tennessee. Oh, okay.
There's two towns, right? It's the same town, but it's
Yeah, just
halfway
right
in
next to
Virginia,
each other.
halfway in Tennessee. But if you,
you remember the Fabulous Moolah? The woman? Remember her?
yeah,
You remember her?
I remember her somewhat.
Oh, God,
me
she
see.
was so mean.
Oh yeah, I remember
She-
her.
I
Yeah, she
forgot
was
about
very
her,
mean.
but she was
What-
something.
which one?
The Fabulous
Show me the
Moolah.
picture.
To be a woman wrestler back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved her. I don't know why, but I did. I forgot about her.
I'll tell you, Bristol's got the
Tito
racetrack.
Santana. Oh,
yeah,
he
Tino.
was,
Santana.
he was a good-looking Santana. Good gracious.
Tina's got the.
Yeah. If you notice, Spaceman Dudley, he just put up there, he said Tennessee side. Now, that's the way they are over there. I've noticed that about people from Bristol. If they're from Bristol, Tennessee, they'll tell you Bristol, Tennessee. If they're from Bristol, Virginia, they'll tell you Bristol, Virginia.
Watch
So
out, Tina's getting the swoons.
Anyway, that's Tina likes.
I'm looking up the ones
Likes
that
all
we
them old
forgot.
The Warrior, I remember him. He was real cool. What about the Ultimate Warrior? I remember that guy too. If that, I
Rude
don't know if
John
he's different.
Stud.
Yeah. Yep. And somebody mentioned a minute ago about Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never knew what he was going to do. But
And then the Undertaker was a weird
Yeah.
guy.
He
Yeah,
was
he was.
strange.
He was a nice guy though, in real life.
I don't know him.
what about the women of Low, Gorgeous Lady Wrestling? I don't know them. I don't reckon. I used to. We used to watch. Man, I loved wrestling.
Oh, I did.
Though
too.
coming up, it was the best TV
It's
show.
Saturdays when it came to Carrollton. I mean, I'm telling you, there was no bigger thing around. Everybody you knew was there, and we tried our best to get the front seats. It was a terrible place to be, but it was an awesome place to be.
Yeah,
10 years old, and I was just.
that shows a
Absolutely
different
wild.
that shows a different generation.
Oh.
'Cause-
Yeah, I couldn't imagine taking Kaylee at 10 to see what I saw at 10.
Oh yeah, because there
Oh,
was
that
blood.
would just-
Somebody'd always get a chair.
They
and
would
smack
have
somebody
chairs
in
and
the head.
beating them over the head, throwing them
Yeah.
out the audience and pounding them down. That's
And
where
then,
I learned all my moves from.
but then they tell you the secrets now, and it's like you see all them guys with the scars on their face, and
Yeah.
they were using razor blades and poking
Yeah.
themselves in the forehead,
Oh
Yeah.
so
Lord.
it'd bleed really bad, and then they go, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Boone says she loves Cactus Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Was full throttle. Yep. And Boone says that she loved Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Now, you know what? Dwayne the Rock Johnson, his daddy was one I used to watch wrestle. It was Rocky Maivia. Y'all remember him? Anyway, he's a
I don't remember him."
he was an awesome wrestler. He was. I used to watch him all the time. Unpaid Explorer said, "Do you remember Barbarian from
Bill Goldberg?
WCW?" Yeah, I liked old Bill Goldberg too. He was good.
Wahoo
have
McDaniel.
midget
Y'all remember
wrestling.
him?
Yeah, I do.
I like Wahoo McDaniel.
They said they have midget wrestling. Man, I would love to watch midget wrestling. I would
I
absolutely
can't
love
watch it.
I
just
would
can't.
They
absolutely
used to have that in Kansas City every once in a while, and they'd bring those midgets in,
Man,
Man, male and females.
He was a strange one.
now I'm politically incorrect. I know this, but it's like if you ever watched Austin Powers, Gold
yeah.
Mini Me.
Mini me.
Man, I would, or Smokey and the Bandit, where there was
Yep.
Big Enos and Little Enos. Man, I would love
Nikita Koloff?
nothing better to have a little Frank. I would.
Oh, please.
would.
I'm telling you, that
I would love
pack my bags and
that would be
move.
my best friend on the
I
whole
would move to
Tina-
Mexico if there was a little
Tina be like, "I'm out."
I would. I know that's politically incorrect.
That's
but I would
one
love
too many, she says.
Yeah, I really would.
Nikita Koloff, remember him?
Yeah, I do remember him.
Wow, I forgot
Uh,
so many of these people.
Goldberg is back. Now Goldberg was hard to deal with. He was absolutely hard to deal with. But man,
Who's that guy? Who's the owner now?
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
watch
who.
anymore.
He
We haven't
used
watched
to
it.
be a wrestler.
We haven't watched it. in
Owen
years.
Hart, remember him?
Yeah, I remember the Hearts.
Yeah.
There was
Kevin
one
Hart.
of the one of
There
the
were
Harts-
several of those boys.
Yeah. What,
Yeah, wasn't it Owen Hart that got killed
Yeah.
in the ring? I was thinking it was. It was one of them. One of them.
Oh
died.
yeah, didn't he break his neck or something?
Yeah.
It was something like that, but it
Yeah.
was awful. Just absolutely awful.
I think one of them fell
fell
from
on
the
the-
rafters.
He was trying to do like Sting and go up and get in the rafters. And
Yeah,
I think he fell out of the rafters.
and
is what
yeah,
did.
he was
Hart
gonna
Yeah.
repel. He was gonna rappel down on a rope into the ring, and the rope slipped or something, and he fell and killed himself.
Yeah, that was something like that happened.
Yeah, I
It was
remember that.
absolutely awful. But yeah, I think that would be fun, Wendy.
And that was live.
Yeah.
I would just love it. It's not
The
that I'm trying
Sheik.
to.
Remember the Sheik?
The sheep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
Oh my gosh.
Look at how her eyes light up when she mentions the
I know
man.
it.
I mean, she just likes the man.
I did. I
Ted
did.
DiBiase,
Yeah.
$1 Million Man.
I forgot about so many of these.
Listen, Mini Frank with a mini goat. Yeah, that would be hilarious. No, I'm serious. I'm not trying to make fun of little people. I'm not trying to make fun of them at all.
What are you trying to do?
But I think it would just be so cool. It would just be awesome.
No, Frank.
There's got to be a mini Frank out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well,
There's got to be.
If you ever notice, if you want to see me really happy, put me in a little bitty car. Let me drive one. I love little bitty trucks, little bitty cars. You always see the littlest man in a great big truck. And
Yep.
you always see the biggest man in
This man in a little bitty car.
And I don't know why, but I guarantee you,
Get you an MG midget.
Little people like big people. Big people like little
Yep.
people. I don't know why that
Yep.
is. It's just part of it.
It's because they want to be you, and you're glad they're them.
Yeah, no, I want to be smaller. I would be happy.
Stan Hansen.
Stan Hansen. Yeah, I don't know him.
Chris Jericho. Remember
I remember Chris Jericho. I remember. Oh man, I just thought about one that was horrible. You remember? He lived here. It was Chris Bonet. Man,
Who?
he's the one that Chris Bonet. He was
Chris
a wrestler
Bonet.
and he killed. He lived here. He lived in right around Atlanta, and he killed his whole family and then killed himself.
Oh yeah,
That was really
that's
awful.
been like back in the '80s, wasn't it?
It was in the
Maybe even
90s.
was it?
It was in like 97 or 99, somewhere around there that happened.
Oh,
Ricky Steamboat. Remember him?
It was right about the time of the NWA. and all
Triple
that.
H.
oh yeah.
I like Roddy Piper.
Hit that. And,
Daly.
sorry, we got
Sorry.
Kaylee's best friend calling in. So, but yeah, I like Triple
Harley
H.
Race.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned.
Kaylee!
Yeah, Harley Race.
Let me go make
Yeah,
sure she's
I
alive.
like him a whole lot too. There she goes. She ain't gonna quit.
You know what? Let me get off of here real quick and then come back because I'm hearing like double, triple, over and over.
It's not you, I don't think, Vernon. I think it's that we've got a
No, I hear it on my end, and I'm hearing myself and you talk, and then I'm hearing it again and then again.
Okay.
Oh.
All
Let
right,
me
we'll
just
get
drop
one
and come
more
right back.
and pop back up. That'll work. Yeah, it's your auto warranty call. You're right. You're right, Dudley. Man, I'm telling you, them people will drive you crazy. They'll find you no matter where you are. Trying to sell you an auto
Look
warranty.
at that. Oh, who can't love that? Who
Who is-
can't love that?
Who is it? I can't
Randy
say.
Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it took me.
Yeah, he was just like, just
Oh,
right
can't
there.
move.
Yeah. I ate too
You
many
gotta
Slim
love
Jims.
him. The damn hot peppers have got me bad.
Yeah, he died. He was awesome.
Oh,
He
I
was
loved
awesome. There's
him.
Vernon again. Is that better, Vernon?
Bret
I
Hart.
think so.
Let's see here. It was a short
Yeah, it
career.
is.
Let's see what I missed something. I missed
Oh,
It's hard.
no, it's still doing it, but that's all right. It's not as bad.
Oh, that was fun. Took me back in time a long time ago.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Who's that?
I can tell you who it
With
is. Not me.
Oh, I think somebody's here.
There ain't nobody
Somebody
here. Why do you always think somebody's here? Are you paranoid?
I think it's your mom.
It ain't my
If her
He's
mama,
not
ca-
paranoid, but he is.
mama. He's so
if
paranoid.
her mama catches her on
No,
live,
he ain't.
she'll be in trouble.
Frank's not paranoid, but Frank is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who's that talking?
Well, I think it's you talking, but it's you talking after you've talked. It's just coming over my end. It's still doing it, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
Man,
very
I'm
good.
here. I hear you, Dudley. That's the same way here. Let's see here.
What
If I read
causes that?
something-
What causes that rebounding effect? Do you know?
I don't know. Maybe you got your phone on. I mean, you got your volume on your.
I've got a
laptop.
headset on.
But if you got your volume turned up on your,
Yeah, I've got the no, but you can't hear it outside of my phone.
oh, okay.
It's just it's like I say, I'm on a wired headset, so it shouldn't be doing anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would be causing that.
It's double up.
That's kind of strange, but I've had it happen on here
Yeah.
before. Well, you look really small.
I'm wondering
No, I
if it's
should
just my
walk back
phone.
over there and I look small.
You look like a little small.
This
person.
happens other places
It
too.
tunnels in the way that it looks.
I'd blame it on Biden. Yep, let's go, Brandon. I want
Yeah.
Anything
It's Brandon's
bad,
fault.
we blame it on him.
Yeah,
Let's
it's Biden's
go,
fault.
Brandon. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. Hope we didn't offend nobody, but I can't help it. It's just popping
I
out.
don't mind me to offend him.
Well, you remember the Powers of Pain? I don't remember them, I guess, but I do remember a whole lot of them. I remember the Funk Brothers
Oh yeah,
and
Terry Funk.
and let's see here. I'm gonna put up a link if anybody else wants to get up here and talk. You know, we
Not only that, we really
put him
can't
up.
offend Biden. You know why?
Why is that?
Because he just doesn't get it.
No, and I don't think it's him. Really, I really don't.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I don't think he knows what he's doing. I think he's.
That's
just,
exactly what I'm saying.
got handlers. You
He
know,
does have
He's
handlers,
got dementia.
but he also likes to act like he's in trouble.
I think he needs to go. I think he needs to go to a home somewhere.
He does.
And I'm sorry for him. For that.
Alzheimer's home.
He sounds like
sorry,
he's
I
drunk
don't-
all the time.
I mean, I've heard somebody say, "I wish somebody, do something bad to Biden." I don't want him hurt.
Oh, I don't want
He's an
anything
old-
bad happen to him.
He's an older guy,
Go back to
Well,
the
But I want him to
You know,
take-
there are people here that are in their 40s that have dementia,
Yeah,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, I don't have a. I mean, I
I just
think
have a
that-
problem with the way he's running things because he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, he does not.
Well, I have the main thing I got a problem with.
He should have never made president.
I noticed that you
But-
slowly run back up.
Yeah, we got to get away from politics. Tina's gonna get mad at me if I don't. She likes talking about Hacksaw Jim Duggan
Yeah.
and all that. But yeah, it
Well,
was,
I'm not really speaking politics here. It's more of
Right,
factual stuff.
I know you are, but I'll get rolled right
Frank will
into.
get into it, and you can't shut him up.
Oh, Vernon knows. Me and him been on the phone.
Oh,
forever.
yeah.
I know. I have to go and close the door and get the heck away.
Well, whoever wants to come up, y'all feel free to come up. All you got to do is click that link. If you've got a phone or whatever, if you ain't never done it, the camera on
Thank
your
you
phone.
so
you'll
much
just
for
come
coming
Yep.
right
by.
up.
4 more of us up here.
Well, good to see you, Nisi. Thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely.
It's been wonderful.
Free-handly made AU. Well, hey, if you can make gold, make me some.
No, it's free handling made. She's her channel.
Well,
She does a lot of
AU,
work for the
AU
autism.
is the thing for gold.
Yeah, it is, but it's also the way her
Yes, it
channel is for autism, and she's
Oh.
got a child with autism, and I think actually Nisi, she's still Nisi. You still on here? I don't know if she's still on here or not, but it's about autism awareness. She does a lot of work
Right,
for
right.
awareness and a lot of stuff. And it's really pretty awesome, all the stuff she does.
Frontier
I
heard
survival.
I've had some really pretty good friends that were autistic, and
Yeah.
some of them are amazingly
Oh,
intelligent.
100%.
She's here.
one of my buddies, he was a top level autistic. I don't know how they characterize it or whatever, but he was like in the top tiers of autism. But he was a genius.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has nothing.
Tell you anything about any sports. He could name the names, tell you their scores year by year, and he knew like every single sports, anything that went on for the last 40 years.
Take care, honey.
Well, the thing is that Nisi just put on there that she is, and so is her son. They both have autism. And the thing is with autism, and I know a little bit about it because we've got some family members that have it. The thing is with autism, they just think in a different way. Their pattern of thoughts.
Well,
that's why I know how to explain it. Is a different, which different is not bad. Different a lot of times is good. That they can look at it from a different direction and a different angle and see things that you actually can't.
We had
so
2 days ago, literally 12 minutes from here, a grandfather shot.
Oh, that was awful. This is just
both of his
awful.
Grandchildren who have autism.
He sure did.
One was 21 and one was 22. Shot one in the head and killed him. And shot the other one, and he's in Atlanta in Grady. And then when the police got there and were talking to him on the front porch, he turned the gun and shot himself and killed himself.
Yeah. That happened about, 5 miles from here.
Yeah, right
and
there.
it was absolutely awful.
Yeah, it was awful. Just awful.
But yeah, I love the fact that Free Handling Made, that's one reason I'm so much, I love your channel and I love what you stand for because you're taking a stand that's a very good one to take. And we 100% support you. And we have actually family members that suffer from autism.
We do.
And
I don't know if it's autistic,
but I don't think they suffer from it. They're pretty much fine.
I think they're gifted with it.
Yeah, it can be a gift in a lot of ways. And I mean, I'm not doubting it can be a lot harder to live your life with anything that makes you a little different than this one or that one, because I mean, I can relate to that with my weight. But
another thing I was going to say is the man that killed his grandchildren and killed himself, his wife was in the hospital with COVID when all this happened. And she didn't know that it happened until after the fact, after she came out, they told her, and she lost her whole family.
Yeah.
And we don't know why that happened. They didn't say. I don't think anybody really knew what happened. But
it was absolutely awful.
It was,
it sounds like he was crazy.
Yeah, he was.
In our little town, in our little county, that was right next to the Alabama line, and we're like 12 minutes from there. You don't have stuff like that happen here. This is not a big city. It's not Atlanta. We're 50 miles from Atlanta, and we just have such a little tiny town that nothing bad like that ever happens. And when it does, it affects everybody in the town.
That's dead. That is dead.
Well, the thing is
it's sad.
We're part of the world. I think we used to be able to think, okay, well, we're this town, we're that town, but it's not that way anymore. The way we're all interconnected, we're just part of one world now. I mean, and we're able to connect each other so quickly that we're not even really separated no more. And I think that's even biblical, that we're interwoven now. And we're back to where all people are speaking one language.
Yeah.
And that's the language of the World Wide Web.
I could definitely see that, Nisi, what she's talking about there. I can see that it's we're not trying to
high spectrum. Yeah, I remember
the challenges.
Bye. Thank you so much for coming by.
Who's leaving? Free
Handling Man.
Oh, okay. Well, good to see you.
Well,
blessings to you.
I I don't know if it's autism, but I have what they call high functioning and I can't even remember what they call it. It's high functioning gosh. Yeah, see, I can't even remember. It's
Well, I don't know what HD is, but they told me that I've got 80 of them. So I did pretty good.
ADHD.
Yeah.
I got that too.
Got 80 of them.
Leave it to Frank, y'all. Leave it to Frank.
Oh man, I seriously can do that. I lose my that's what people get mad at me about all the time. See, I didn't change the subject like 3 times right then. But
Yeah.
they get mad at me because I don't listen. I
Mom
changed
is
the
here.
subject or went this way or that way.
He's here.
Well,
I told you.
that's what this bouncing thing bothers me because I'm hearing it's almost like 3 different conversations at the same
Yes,
time.
Yeah, that's the hard thing about dealing with me because I'm kind of like a hyperactivity disorder or something.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the cat. The kids are here, and everything's going on, and I'm here, and I'm there, and I'm out. I'm easily distracted.
But anyway,
Right.
our grandkids are back home. Things are fixing to get really crazy really fast. I love you
Oh,
all.
that's cool.
So she's gonna fire me now.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Hey, I canceled the live last night, so it's your time.
All right, y'all. I'm so glad you came by. Thank you. I love you all. And take care of yourselves, and God bless you all.
We love everybody.
Love you
Y'all
too,
be good.
Tina.
Good day.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Love you, Vernon.